What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, guys. Today, Sunday, looking at some stocks this week. Market's been closed all weekend, so I'll make this kind of quick. Look over what I'm watching this week. First off, we'll look at the S&P 500 as always here, doing great. Had a few 2 days of pullback. Um, Still looking bullish overall. We broke above this high point 2707.55 at the end of the day. The only thing is, it's Friday, so Friday leaves us with a lot of concern, a lot of guesswork because this last hour, last 15 minutes, we had this squeeze. This could have been a short squeeze, people just taking out their shorts, taking their profit. But it looks like here, it looks like a giant seller of like people who had thought at the end of the day we would short it down and they got to get squeezed out, or just massive buyers at the end. It's just supply and demand. This huge green candle is ridiculous, though, in the 15-minute. I mean, that's pretty substantial. Definitely overextended there, but just shot up there. It's kind of hard to tell from 3 to 4. The power hour is really hard to play because it's just a lot of volatility. And so we did close strong there, but I mean, that's just ridiculous there. That's kind of like, nah, that's Friday. That's Friday. We'll just call this Friday because that's ridiculous. That's not showing too much significance. If you looked at the 4-hour, that has the most significance right now. It's definitely coming up to a higher low, as you can see. See how it's not as high as here? We've dropped below that down here. We kind of trended it. We're looking down here. So for those who are going long, pretty much the place to cut it would have been right here at the 27.15 because it didn't hold that new support. So right there was a sign we were going down. And then especially when we broke this resistance at 27.11, like if you didn't get up there, then you were kind of like silly because you knew it was going lower. Like there's no sign of this slowing down on the 4-hour, even on the 1-hour. Let's see how it looked on those supports and resistances really quick here, guys. Let's see. Let's see, 27. So right here, you saw it kind of bounce there. Once it broke there, look at that massive sell. That's red. That's not good. And once it came down to here, we had another resistance right here, as you see perfectly, 27.11. Actually, we'll watch that. 27.11 looks like a pretty good area. Because it kind of like formed a base there. Yeah, right there, that peak there over here. That's going to be an area that we need to get above 27.11. Right now, we're kind of like in a zone, like we're at the top of this zone. We're right at the top of this zone, or resistance really, because as you see, supply and demand for this area, really nice how that looks. It's kind of like a chop area. I guess right there would be your zone. We need to break above this. We're kind of getting rejected by it. Just because of this wicks. This isn't too significant, but as you see, every time it touches into this, it just gets rejected down. We could even bring it lower because it never closed. Be right about where it's at right now. And I'm just looking at the candle bodies and wicks to see how many times it touches. Right about over here, it touches a lot of candle bodies. Yeah, right where we're at. Right there. You see over here. So anyways, not to make this too long, we're kind of like in this. We need to stay in the zone. We need to break above the 27.11 and go from there. Otherwise, we're going to come back to the 2700. So that's that. That's going to be a determination there. Otherwise, it's just a higher low. So right now, if I was to play anything, it'd be SQQ or SPXS. Because it's looking like this would be shorted down unless it stays above this level. So just hold on and wait. Same thing with the NASDAQ 100. Same exact thing. Came out of this zone here, and it's just a supply and demand thing. You see how none of these candle bodies closed below this. Just wicks, signs of rejection in this area. Rejection, rejection. That's why I have this in actual area as of right now, especially the bottom. The bottom's easier to see because this is a full candle body, and the top, we're just getting in like right here, significant level, close above at that time, but then was rejected back down, came up, rejection, came down to rejection. So That's on the NASDAQ for those playing the NASDAQ or the Qs. All right, here, looking at our go-to natural gas. Why didn't that load? I don't know, maybe that won't load. But we'll use this chart anyways. Natural gas looking sold off does not mean it will not continue. For those wondering, have the gaps there. Right now, it looks like we're just coming up to a newer lower high as of right now. Like it is right at that area, right at the support here. See it better on the hourly. It is legitimately right there, and it got rejected by the wick right here. So looking like it's going to sell off again if it continues doing what it's been doing this whole time. So natural gas looking like a short, or this could be the reversal, but it literally closed right at like the point where it's like this could go either way. If the trend continues, it will go down. But if the trend reverses, it will go up. We're at that point where it's like, if this was 9:30 or no, if this was like 10 in the morning on, I don't know, Tuesday, 10 in the morning on Monday, whatever, doesn't matter what the day, as long as it's not Friday at close. And I saw this, I would be entering DGAS right now, and I'd have my stop right here. And if it broke that, then I'd be out. I'd be like, this is you guys. This is where it turns around. Enter you guys on a pullback. Or I would be like, okay, this looks like it's the reversal right now. I'm in you guys already. If I'm already in it, I'm going to put my stop right freaking here. Right, maybe a little room right here. So that way you see how it came down to here. That looks like a stop hunt there. I put it right below here. Or, you know, I guess I guess if you wanted to be safe there, what does it look like on the 15? All right, I put it right. Yeah, that's annoying. That candle right there is annoying. I probably would have been stopped out. Shoot. Right now, if I was in you guys and I was trailing it, I'd put my stop there, 2.60. If that stopped me out, I'd be pissed off. But you know what? That's how it goes sometimes, because that was once a full red candle, and I'd be like, shit. And if it stopped me out here and then it came all the way down to here and I saw it come back, you can always get back in. So stop right there, 2.6, and ride it up. See if it goes. Otherwise, yes. So that's that. We're pretty low on the natural gas. So, all right, looking at oil next. All right, that's loading a little faster. Oil right in this area here on the daily, coming back up, looking good. Don't like these lines, so let's get a new chart. There we go. Oil on the monthly. Whoa. Weekly. Okay. And daily. Looking like we're just holding this area here. Let's see, 4 hour. Okay. I like this. This is nice. There's no EMAs, but that's okay. I don't really pay attention to them as much as I really need to. But it looks like here. Let's see, what does this look like on the daily? Now the higher the time frame, the more significance it is. So like if we were to play this and like you were to play like a swing trade, that'd be where would I buy? Where would I buy? I would buy in between there. Yep. Let's see what that looks like on the 4 hour. Yeah, that makes sense. Because let's see here. Back up. I mean, you could make this a little larger if you wanted to. Or you could just make this separate areas, like because this is the 4 hour, so it's still showing significance. You can make this a separate area down here if you wanted to. That would be the area, though. Right there. Yep, that works out pretty darn good. So as of right now, we did dip into this buy area here. It's looking pretty darn good. Let's see here. I guess that would be a better area. Sorry, guys. Just trying to figure out exactly where. I'm looking over here. You see how many rejections it has over here? So it's showing a lot of significance there. Right there. All right, cool. If not, we're going to come down to this area here next. So anyways, let's look at where the oil is going. It looks like we're just making a new higher low. And looking at here, it should be resistance right here. This area, it's held up pretty good there throughout this whole time. So we need to have some sort of direction. Otherwise, if we get rejected here, this is just a new lower high. And the reason why we're in this area is because right here, we're actually at a resistance right now. Yep, look at that. That makes sense. Let's see here. Let's see how many times it touches. Right about there would be the area. Yep, that makes sense. This whole area is an actual spot to be aware of. If not, we're coming back down to this area down here. So these are the areas we need to see break. And right now, we are kind of just trailing below it, bouncing off of it. So oil right now is even tricky on its own. Honestly, oil right now is going to be based off of news. If you're playing oil, news is going to be where you're at. Otherwise, these are the two areas that we're between. So pay attention to the news. Usually I don't play off news. Just be aware of it. But oil right now, yeah, that's going to tell you where this is going. I hate saying that. But yeah, oil and news have been like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches together. And then same with gold. It's kind of similar. Let's see if my chart looks clean on this one. Gold, we were making this trend line here on the 4 hour. It's beautiful, and it broke it. It broke it. And as soon as it broke it, I stopped out. I was bummed. I was in JDST, and I was doing good. And then it broke out overnight, and I was like, bummer in the summer. That's okay. I doubled down once I saw this, and then I exited down here. Actually, I put my stop right above it. So right now, what is gold doing on the I still like the 4 hour has just a lot cleaner of a picture. As of right now, JDST still looks like the play, guys. But this is a 50-50 again. Like this could be, see how it came. This is lower high, perfect, lower high, and then we bounced. Now we're back in this area here. This could be the reversal. If we hold this area, stop right here, long gold, because it could be continuing up depending on what happens here in the market, also in the news. My stop would be right there. And if I was in JDST, my stop would be right here. So right above this candle wick there. But it's really in that area. It's gonna go either way, and it's a 50-50 right now. Looking at it, still haven't made higher highs. I still haven't broken this area. We're probably going to come back down to the 1310, and once that happens, I think the sellers are going to come in and sell this thing down. That's what my opinion is as of right now. That's what I believe we are headed. Like I said, I would buy down here and sell up here. But as of right now, we are in a major area to break on either side. Cool. Cool. So that's gold. You can go either way. As of right now, we just need to figure out what it's going to do here next. It was Friday, so when we open up, that will definitely give us the direction it is headed. As of right now, it looks like JDST. But it could be the reversal, like I said. Apologize about the not firm answer. I just don't know. And I'll tell you when I don't know. That one I don't know. Looking at Tesla, guys. Sold off. I got stopped out of my position. I was in it at 290, and I rode it all the way up. And I should have took profit. You see how close I was to my area there? 324. It was looking so good though. So I might stop right here at 315 that day because it didn't break that. But as soon as it came and broke it, 315, wow, it broke it. Look at that, just destroyed it. Came all the way back to my old other zone, the 300, 305. It's like a buy area for Tesla. And next day it smacked you down. After I saw this area here, after I saw it break this, I was like, yeah, I'm going to wait because this is a downtrend now. I could short this, but it's Tesla. So I have some people who are like, oh, Tesla's going to the moon. So I don't short it, even though everyone else does and makes money. I don't. If I do, it's just a day trade. Looking at it down right now, touch the 298. Ooh. Now we're consolidating above this. I actually have 5 shares of Tesla right now, and my entry was at 300. And I'll see where this goes. I did see this happen, but then throughout the day it recovered. So if you were to look on this at the 1 hour, you would see this recover and then come up here, rejection, but then it came back and confirmed 300. So that's technically the first higher low, and then the day closed. So right now we could see Tesla bounce up, but we will see. It was Friday. As of right now, if I was looking at this on the 4 hour, this just looks like a new lower high. So that's a sell. Other than that, I mean, all the stocks kind of look like that right now. We're all in this like area of like concern. Facebook's still holding that nice support there, 164. As soon as we break that, it's over. I'm out of Facebook. I'm not holding it any longer. I will short this down because it's coming to 160 after it breaks this area. Looking strong still. It still hasn't made a new lower low. We're still holding this area. If you look here, this wick was lower and this wick was actually higher. So Facebook's still looking strong, needs to stay above this 164 area. And we really need to come back up to here and test this 171 again and break out or just tank. So that's going to depend on the market, but Facebook's still looking healthy. Whereas in other companies like Apple, I believe this one doesn't look as good. This one looks like more of the market. No, this one actually doesn't look too bad. So it looks like rally, base, rally, pullback on top of this. That actually still looks pretty strong for Apple. We are still strong on Apple as of right now. That looks actually pretty good. So Apple, that just looks like a pullback. If we get denied here, like this is my area of resistance at the 170, 50, and 71. If we get denied here, get out of Apple because that is coming down, and it will at least come down to the 165. And if not, it's going to pull back to the 160. So Fibonacci retracement can figure that out on the 50%. If we were to do that right now, where would that be? Down here at 142. That's close enough. Where would this get back to? So we're looking at least 162 to 158. Yep. So that's a 50% retracement, just to keep aware. And it's the one that really doesn't look good. I was kind of bummed because I like buying this one, mainly because it's everyone else likes buying it, Amazon. What doesn't look good about this is we kind of sideways here, earnings. I was in this at 1600 flat, and then I held it towards earnings. And of course, earnings is a total gamble. But look at this earnings thing. It came right up to my zone here at the 1777. Mine's 1767 to 7. I don't know why I didn't put a sell order right here. That was so silly of me not to. It just came right up to there, and it's like, bye. Boom, back down. Came back to my other area of 1600. Came back, squeezed up, and I was like, oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's right where it closed at. And then it just freaking tanked. So the next day, I was in it. I was still up, but as you see here, that's a little too close. It's kind of just moving sideways, came up, failed to make any sort of, it needed to hold this 1650, and it didn't. It just rejected down. I did not, and I stopped out. I was like, I'm selling this. Stopped out right here. Once it broke this 1644, I was like, yep, that's the support. It broke it. It closed below it. 4 hour, I'm done. And of course, the next day, look at this thing, all the way down to here, the 1595. And I mean, that's an area, but look at how weak that looks there. And then the next day, it just 1564. Is that even right? Wow. I didn't watch this, but So technically right now, we are in a resistance buy area, as you see over here on my left, because of this base here. But it's like resist. It touches resistance, pulls back, and then it's like, okay, we don't care. Breaks below resistance, comes back, tests it, comes down. That's a confirmation of a short right there. Tests it, breaks on down, comes on here, bounces up. So it's like, oh, this is a good deal. And the guys are like, yeah, we're selling it. Good deal. And then we finish sideways. So Amazon, it looks like it's going to head down. I don't like how it has this chart, but let's see here. If I was to look at this big picture, where is this headed to, guys? Where's my next area? So 1563, it did hold there. Once it breaks that, we're definitely headed down to 1546. You don't want to hold it there. You don't want to hold it from 1565 to 15. That's $20 a share. That's silly to hold that. And I would say it's coming down to the 1517. So I don't know if I like all this too much here. Whatever. So it looks like Amazon is a sell right now, unless it breaks and holds above this 1565 and we base up. I would wait for confirmation of a break of 1592, come up with 16, buy it at 1600 flat, 1593, and then rally it up. But I would wait for that one. That looks like a sell. That looks like a sell. It looks like Amazon is headed to 15. But like I said, it depends on the market too. If the market's strong, then that'll be its saving grace. So let's see. Other than that, that's really about it for this week that I'm actually taking a really good look at. Because gold, I said, is still in the area of what it wants to do. Oh, ATVI. That wasn't one that everyone was wondering about. What the heck? There we go. ATVI. Everyone's worried about this one because it's crazy. That huge sell-off here. Boom. Look at that bad boy. Dead cat bounce. $44. Right back down. Technically, that is a new low, higher low, but then we got end of day Friday. There's nothing I can say about this. Like, really, that looks like a dead cat bounce, and that looks like a new higher low. I would be shorting this right now. That would be a perfect short. Right now is a perfect short for ATVI. Unless it just decides, like, if it's short here, stop right here. And yeah, that's what I would do with ATVI. That looks like a short, dead cat bounce short. For those playing long term, when's earnings? Earnings is coming up. 2/12. What's today? Okay, so Tuesday. So that could rally it up. That could definitely rally it up or push it down. But if it gets pushed down, it's going down. It's going to, let's see, what do I have here? 42. I know I have a lower area than that. And it hasn't been this, guys, this is a great long-term hold because this thing has not been this low in forever. So 42.53 is our low right now. Oh, shoot, man, I can't even get that far out. Ugh. Let's see, we broke that, so now we're down here, 42.63. We're headed to $40 next. Yeah, the $40. The $40 to $41 is the next area, and that's back here. That is a gap. That is a gap right there. Gap. It will fill that at 40.8. I see it bouncing there. Otherwise, it's a gap and go, and it'll take a bounce there, and then it will just break it. It'll fill the gap, and then it'll just go. You might see a small bounce there, but it should just go. And if it goes, it's going down to the 37 and the 35. But if it hits 35, I'm buying a shit ton. Sorry, my language, but that's a deal and a half. I mean, look at how much potential this thing has. Look at how consistent it has. I mean, back here, I guess that was 09, 08, so that's not really healthy. But like over the last 10 years, that's nice. That's pretty good. So for ATVI. Anyways, guys, I'll let you go for now. Hope to talk to y'all soon. And hopefully be live more this week. It's been busy, Valentine's week. Do something for someone. Do something nice for someone. and let's make some money.